Hello, 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 and good evening, and welcome back to my channel and my live stream. This is Elaka here, and I bring you once again a continuation of the tutorial on how to create your own WordPress website from absolutely scratch. And so, this is the third installment of the series. It was not initially meant to be a series, but it's ended up being like a series in the sense that there is quite a lot to unpack. There's quite a lot to basically go through in order for you to understand all the nuances and the steps that are required in order to create your own WordPress website. And so before I actually go ahead and continue, I just want to send a reminder for those people who are tuning in to please make sure that you click on that subscribe button if you are new to my channel. And of course, click on that bell button so that you can receive notifications every time I upload new content. And of course, do give this video a thumbs up as it helps me immensely in the algorithm. And of course, I'm not forgetting about those people who are watching over on Facebook, as I am multi-streaming on Facebook as well as YouTube. So please do give the page that you are watching from a follow or a like or both, and then also give the video a thumbs up. And of course, please feel free to share the videos because it literally does help me quite a lot. And of course, there's a lot of people out there who might want to learn what you are learning right now, and that will be very much appreciated over here. And so, as I mentioned, I am continuing on basically walking you through how to create your own website from scratch using WordPress. And so yesterday we basically, I think, left off at a stage where we had just completed installing Jetpack. And so the idea is basically to now go ahead and install any other plugins that are required in order to create things like shops, etc. And so just as a little quick reminder, I am going to put it up on the screen. I'm just going to put up the, just give you 1 second. Okay, so I think I might have frozen for a second there, which was really weird. I was literally looking on the viewfinder there, and it literally was showing that I managed to. It was weird. StreamYard was working differently from the outside. That was very strange. Anyways, just to show you a little bit of the slideshow that I actually presented yesterday, we went as far as basically here. Where we were able to create the pages, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, we were able to actually create the pages. We added all the pages that we necessarily need, and then we were able to set up Jetpack. And so the next step is we are going to set up WooCommerce, and then we're going to set up the shop as well as the contact us form. And obviously, hopefully, we are going to be able to put some merch in the store. Now, how I'm going to demonstrate this is because the Sims Realtor website is not yet ready, so to speak, to go out to the public. And by that, I mean, I haven't put the particular brand together just as yet, hence being able to use it as a sample or test site. What I'm going to do is after I set up WooCommerce on the Sims Realtor, and I'm also going to link it to the shop, the fulfillment center that I utilize for my merchandise, I am actually going to skip over to one of my other websites that already has the portals connected, has got the WooCommerce connected, has also got the fulfillment center connected. That way I can easily show you how to implement your merchandise in order for it to actually be sold to the general public. And so I'm kind of going to skip that stage because I don't have technically any merch for the Sims Realtor. Because the brand in itself is not fully ready. And so that's why having your logos and everything is very important, so that by the time you're getting to the stage where you want to add a shop to your website, you will actually be able to have the logos or the designs that you want to implement, available for you to actually implement in your store. Okay, so Then afterwards, obviously, we're going to go through actually publishing the page, posting for the first time, publishing your products after we've basically synchronized the shop page, and of course, creating your portfolio, and then any additional plugins that you would like to be able to add. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that. And then I am going to take StreamYard over to this side as usual. And then I am going to do a screen share so that we can continue from where we left off. So if you just bear with me one moment, I'm going to make sure I've got the right screen opened, because I was literally editing or updating one of my websites earlier on. And so I literally was still on that tab. So let me just get back to the Sims Realtor. That way I can be able to do a screen share and take you exactly where we left off. Okay, so share screen. And then we are going to share that screen, and voila. So that hopefully should be able to come on very, very soon. There you go. And then I'm going to do picture in picture. That way, where is the screen? It should be showing. There it is. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard, and I don't think it's my computer, because my computer is behaving really, really well. So I'm not really sure what's going on. My internet seems fine, so I don't know. Anyways, moving right along. So yesterday we went as far as going through all the steps for Jetpack, putting in the settings, the stats, the sharing. I showed you how that worked, the discussion. So basically enabling and disabling anything that you need and do not need for your Jetpack. And so the next stage is obviously WooCommerce, because if we're going to be setting up a shop page on the website, it is very important that we actually do connect some kind of payment gateway, and obviously product placement of sorts. And that's the form of a shop, which is basically, which utilizes WooCommerce. And so here, I think, is this a new section? I think it's any payments you might have received. Let me have a quick look. Woo payments. Yeah, that's part of WooCommerce. I run your business and manage your payments all in one place with no setup costs or monthly fees. Save 10% on your payment processing costs in your first 3 months when you sign up for Woo Payments today. So install Woo Payments for free. So this, I think, might be a new one. I might looking into it, but if it's something that actually makes it a lot easier for you to actually be able to process your payment, I definitely would recommend it. And then obviously add more ways for buyers to pay, like literally PayPal payments. That's the normal one. And then Amazon Pay is one that a lot of people have actually been utilizing. And then here it says see more, so which opens a new tab in WooCommerce. Let's see what other availabilities, payment options it has. And I think it's really good that it's now offering a much wider variety of payment options, because depending on which part of the world that you are in, certain things or certain portals are more popular or more likely to be of use in those countries than others. And so you've got Woo Payments, and it's actually got a 4.2 rating, which is really, really good. And then you've got PayPal Payments, which has got a lower rating than Woo Payments. Amazing. Although it's got more feedback. And then there's Amazon. The other ones obviously are Affirm Payments. I've never heard of that one. Wallet for WooCommerce by Flintop. So it's not even created by WooCommerce themselves. And that should be worrisome. So I feel, for me, I do tend to look at who the developer is. And in as much as a lot of the developers are really, really good, obviously, if it's something to do with WooCommerce, and WooCommerce have actually created an additional plugin that helps with whatever processing that you have to do, I would trust the one that's made by WooCommerce to go with the WooCommerce plugin, if that makes sense. And so the Woo Payments is made by WooCommerce. The PayPal Payments is by WooCommerce as well. Affirm Payments is also by WooCommerce. Let me have a look. Affirm is the top rated pay over time solution, offering a pay in full for everyday purchases or monthly installment. Okay, installment payments. That's if you would like to do that. And then there is Amazon Pay, which is by Amazon Pay. And I think that's completely fair. Everything else is by Crocodile, Afterpay, ClearPay, and Flintop. Afterpay and ClearPay have got literally the same logo. How bizarre. And then there's PayBright by PayBright, and then the Sezzle by Sezzle. So let me go back to the section for WooCommerce. So we're going to go ahead and just get started with WooCommerce. Okay, so here it says set up your store. You know, it's got the terms and conditions at the bottom. I agree to share my data to tailor my store setup experience and get more blah blah blah. So you have to, you've got no choice, you literally have to set up my store. Now here's the thing, if you do not want a guided tour, you can actually skip it where it says skip guided tour, but I'm going to go ahead and utilize, for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to utilize the guided tour. That way I can just walk you through and you can see the steps that you might be able to take, especially if you are a newbie at this sort of thing. So it's asking which one of these best describes you. Let us know where you are in your commerce journey so that we can tailor your Woo experience for you. And so here it says, I'm just starting my business. I'm already selling. I'm setting up a store for a client. So if you are new, obviously your option would be, I am just starting my business. So you can click on continue. The next step is tell us a bit about your store. We'll use this information to help you set up payments, shipping, and taxes, as well as recommending the best theme to your store. Now, here's the thing. With the theme to the store, WooCommerce does have some things that it normally tries to get people to utilize. But however, because the themes WooCommerce offers are strictly shop type stores, if your website is not strictly going to be a shop, I wouldn't recommend that you take a WooCommerce theme because of how it's structured. I would recommend that you just use an ordinary theme and then add a store front to it, a store section to it. And in this case, we're actually just going to use the basic theme that comes with WordPress, and then we're going to just add the shop page to it. And the idea is to try and customize it the best we can, although that is not the aim of the tutorial, to focus too much on the design element, but I will show you how you can go about maybe customizing your website so that you can make it a little bit pretty, you know, that sort of thing. And so give your store a name, you know, The Sims Realtor, which is fine. And then what type of product or service do you plan to sell? So it says clothing, accessories, health and beauty, food and drink, home furniture and garden, education and learning, electronics, or other. We're going to put other. And then here, so where is your store located? I'm based in the UK, so I'm just going to click on UK and I'm going to click continue. Okay, so now get a boost with our free features. Okay, enhance your store by installing these free business features, no commitment required. You can remove them at any time. So here it says enhance security with Jetpack. It's showing that's already installed, which is fine. Get paid with WooCommerce payments. Yes, maintain that one. Showcase your products with Pinterest. Yes, keep that one there because Pinterest, everyone uses it, and it's really good for people to get inspo for any of your products that you're selling, especially if it's stuff that is visually appealing. People will be able to easily share it onto Pinterest. Drive sales with Google listings and ads. Now you can keep that one there, but bearing in mind when you when you have Google listings and ads, it's basically if you decide you want to advertise across the board, obviously you have that. But I would say have it installed and then only use it when you feel that, okay, at this point, it's worth it for us to put a budget into marketing, basically. And that's what driving sales with Google listings and ads, because you will have to pay for that service. Reach your customers with mail post, not mail poets, send purchase follow-up emails, newsletters, promotional campaigns. Now, I personally have never used mail poet. I've actually always, for the most part, ignored it. However, for the sake of this tutorial, I will install it so we can have a look to see what it offers, so you can have an idea whether you want to be able to use it, especially if it offers something free or if it offers a payment option later down the line after you've utilized it. And then here it's got get automated tax rate with WooCommerce tax. Now, I'm not sure if WooCommerce tax you have to pay extra for it, but it's saying these are all free. So we're just going to go with it and we're going to click on continue. Okay, no harm, no foul. So it says, well, let's get your features ready. So as it's going, it literally does this where it goes through some little fun facts, etc. So it's saying, fun little fact, did you know that Woo powers almost 4 million stores worldwide? You're in good company, okay? 4 million? Do you think 4 million is okay? I thought you would say, I don't know, for some reason my head thought 14 million. 4 million is okay, considering YouTube's got billions. So it's not that we're trying to compete with YouTube or anything like that, but YouTube does have billions, just as an FYI. Okay, so it's done that and it's finished. So let's see what it's going to display for us. So welcome to The Sims Realtor. Follow these steps to start selling quick. 0 out of 6 complete. This is the steps, obviously. Add products. Now, we're not going to add a product just as yet, because if you remember, the aim here is to not only show you, yes, how to add your products. I could easily show you how to do that, but also to help you how to integrate Printful, which is the fulfillment center, so especially if you want to sell merchandise. Okay, so add product, set up WooCommerce payments, add tax rate, add shipping costs, get more sales, personalize your store. Okay, so add products. What can we claim that we're gonna add for this particular one? I would say The Sims Realtor. Let's say just an image. To be honest, let's pretend we're selling just a picture. Can you imagine? So we're gonna click on that. And then it says a physical product, a tangible item that gets delivered to customers, variable product, a product with variation, like color or size. I mean, that's a physical product that will have, okay, grouped product, a collection of related products. View more product types. I don't understand why it's asking me to select, because if you're selling clothing, for instance, it will be a physical product and it will have a variations of colors to choose from. So I don't understand why those are separate, because I feel like they should be together, or one should be a subsection of the other. Collection of related products, and again, this applies across the board. Digital product, a digital product like service, downloadable book, etc., music video, external product. So I'm going to go with the digital product because we're talking about the little picture, right? Because we're just going to use that as a sample. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. Oh, sugar. I just I'm going to go back. I just clicked accidentally on grouped products. Let me see if it's going to take me back to that step-by-step guide. Good. We want a digital product. It's going to take me? Okay, I think I was being impatient, so it didn't take me on time. Okay, so here it's also again taking me through a tutorial, because it can see that it's the first time I am visiting this section of the website. So it says, start typing your new product name here. This will be what your customers will see in your store. Okay, so in this case, I will say, what is the Strangerville house? Strangerville property, because that's the one I'm going to utilize. Strangerville, just add it to dictionary, please. So we can click on next. It's got 8 steps. Product description. So I think some people really hate tutorials and things like that, or step-by-step guides when they're new to something. I would honestly highly recommend that you utilize the step-by-step guide, because even if I'm giving the tutorial here, if by any chance you haven't written them down, or if you're maybe not very good at following like the step-by-steps as someone is explaining, having an additional support that actually guides you through is very, very helpful. So I feel do not shy away from wanting to utilize the step-by-step guides that are actually made available to you. So product description, the beautiful renovated property in owned by the one who destroyed the mother plant. For those who play The Sims, you know what that means. For those who don't know, you're probably thinking, what kind of story is that? So mother plant, we're just going to give it, that's technically what the description is. Beautiful. Did I spell that right? Okay. Mother plant. Okay, mother plant. Yeah, okay, fine. And then the next one it's giving us is what? Okay, yes. So this section is the section for all the other little details about the product, okay? The regular price. Now, I have not changed the settings for WooCommerce to be able to put my products in pound sterling. So as you can see, it's giving me a dollar symbol, but I'm going to later show you how you can be able to change your currency to suit your location, okay? So as you can see here at the top, it's saying virtual downloadable. Okay, so that's the beauty about it. If it's not a virtual or downloadable product, you literally can just uncheck those sections, and then then you're good, basically. And then remember the options it offered us at the top, where you're saying what kind of product is it that you're trying to create. Simple product, grouped product, external affiliate product, variable product. And so this one is a simple product. So we're going to keep it at that. We're going to make it virtual. We're going to make it downloadable. And then I am going to put the price of, let's say it's super expensive, because like so important. It's at $50. Now, if you are putting an item on sale, like a discount of some sort, you can actually put the sale price here. And then you can literally give a time limit where you remove the sale price. So you can put the sale price there, so that when it displays, it will cross out the 50, and maybe you're selling it at half price. So I'm going to go ahead and put that just for the sake of this tutorial, so you can see what it will actually look like. So $50. And then the sale price is $20. Hang on, no, I wanted it to be 25, half price, $25. And then downloadable file. So because it is a downloadable file, I have to go ahead and add it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and choose the file. You can put the file name in there, and then the link will appear here after you've actually added the file. So I'm going to go ahead and click on choose. Media library. See, that's the one, that's the picture that I actually utilized, but I'm going to try and get a new picture just for the fun of it. Hopefully if it will be able to take me to the there you go. Gaming screenshots, and then where are the folders? There they are. There we go. So I'm going to take a picture of the completed house, because that's the before. So we don't want the before, we want the after. There we go. There, I'm going to take that picture, add that one, and we're going to pretend we're selling that, okay? So that is technically a very expensive product at $50. And then we're going to insert file URL, okay? So that's how it's able to insert the URL. And then the file, again, beautiful, beautiful Strangerville house. That's what I'm just going to call it. There we go. Okay, and then if you've got more files, you can actually add additional files to it and keep adding, and then the download limit is, you've got unlimited, but obviously if you have people who you want them to purchase only once, you don't want them to keep downloading over and over and over again. Once they've purchased it, they download it once and that's it. Or you can give them the option to maybe download it twice or 3 times at the most, in case maybe something went wrong, the internet blacked out just when they're about to download. It will count as a download, and so it gives them another chance to come back and actually download the same within their account. And then here, download expiry, never. Now, download expiry, I think it should have an option to enter the number of days before a download link expires or leave it blank. So we are actually going to say the link expires after 30 days or something like that, okay? And so now it's taking you to the next bit, which is add your product data. So here, okay, that was product data. Add your short product description. Short product description, again, you're having to repeat. Now, here's the thing with WooCommerce, you will find yourself repeating certain things over and over again. So you have to get into the practice of copying and pasting things. So here, beautiful, right? A beautiful house renovated. The one who, who destroyed the mother plant. Okay, renovated was spelled wrong. Yeah. Fine, mother plant. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, so the next part is After the product description, it's going to be add your product image. And so again, because remember, even if we've got the product there, in order to be ready for download, you have to still add an image of the product so people can see what it is. So here I'm going to select product image. It's going to take me to the gallery, and then I'm going to go ahead and actually add that same picture again. There we go. And if you notice, it actually sizes it. So where it basically only chooses a certain section, it says, add your product image, upload an image to your product here, ideally a JPEG or PNG about 600 pixels wide or bigger. This image will be shown in your store's catalog. And so in this case, this is basically what we have of the product image. This is what's going to show. We're going to click on next. It says add your product tags. Now, tags, for those who don't know what tags are, they actually apply across the board on the whole of WordPress. Tags and categories are used so much in WordPress because they're the ones that help you add metadata to those products so that if people download them, that information is actually going to be attached to that particular product. And so tags are actually basically the sisters or brothers to hashtags. Okay, if you've ever seen your hashtags on Instagram, etc., that sort of thing, in the back end of a website, tags are what those hashtags are. And these days, if you go to certain websites, you can actually see the tags. They've made the tags visible to the public, so people are actually able to see what tags are there on that particular post, etc., that sort of thing. So that's literally what they are. So in this case, I'm going to tag Strangerville. The only difference, obviously, you don't have to use the pound sign, the hash sign. Strangerville, I'm going to press comma. When you press comma, it basically allows you to, once it starts to add the tags, it separates them. Okay, so you separate them with a comma. We've got Strangerville. We're going to put house, The Sims 4, because that's what it is. Building, builder, real estate, latest, because it's latest news, new post, okay, and so on. So I'm just going to click on add here. As you can see, it's separated all of them because I've been putting commas, and you can add as many as you do. And you find that if you blog quite a lot, the more you blog in the product, in the tag section, not the product tag section, but just tag section, the blog post, anything that you utilize on a regular basis, it will always keep them at the top. That way you can easily just click on those words and add them to the tags list, and then add any additional new ones that you want to add in reference to that particular post. Okay, and so here the next step is it's taking us to product category. Remember, I mentioned tags are all across the board, so are categories. Categories are the ones that help you compartmentalize your website. For instance, what I showed you yesterday when I showed you the news items on TGZ magazine, I showed you basically the menu items, and I showed you the categories under entertainment, under current trends. Entertainment was under that, arts and culture and all that stuff were under that. And those were all categories that you were looking at. They were not actual pages, they were categories, so that if a post is made and that category has been selected for that particular post, when people are searching for particular categories on the website, the post that you've tagged with that category will show up. The same way any post that you make that have been tagged with a particular basically tag is likely to show up as well when you search for those particular keywords. Okay, so in this case, we've got uncategorized. Now, WordPress, whenever you install WordPress for the first time, it will not automatically have any other tag. The only one it will have, because it always creates like a sample page, the only one it will have will be one that actually says whatchamacallit, uncategorized, which is what you're looking at right now. But you can actually change that within the category settings and actually change it and rename it, because you do not want that category to actually be visible. And so for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to add a couple of extra categories to it. So you've got the uncategorized, right? And then I'm going to click on add new at the bottom, what am I saying? At the bottom there, it says add new category. So I'm going to just click on that. When I click on it, there's a space there that allows me to actually put something in there. So in this case, I can write property as a category. Okay, I don't want it to have a parent category because it doesn't have to have anything. And then I can go ahead and click on add new. That way it's gone and added it. It should have added it. Yes, property. Now, let's say I want to add a bit more. So for example, the property that I am referencing is a renovation, right? So renovation, and because it's a renovation, it's a property, I can actually make property the basically parent category. So I can click on property there, which means renovation will be under property. So if I go ahead and add that, it should add it. You can see property there, and then renovation is literally got a, you know, it's kind of slightly to the side. And then I'm going to put maybe bungalow. Okay, it's a type of property, right? Have I spelled bungalow? Okay, bungalow with a U. The parent category, I'm going to put as property again, and I'm going to put add new. And then when that one gets added, I'm going to go ahead and put double story. Okay, that's also property type. And then I'm going to put it like that and add new. And then I'm going to maybe put residential, because that's a residential property type. Property, add new. And then I'm also going to put, we've got residential, and I am going to put commercial. Okay, and I'm also going to put that one under the property. But I think hopefully that gives you a gist. So whatever it is that is under an umbrella of a particular category, you can actually literally nest them the way they've been nested here on this particular section. So bungalow, commercial, double story, renovation, residential, they've all been nested under property because they're all under the property category. Okay, and so that's how your basically your product categories kind of work. Like you can just add new, you can nest them so that you can have some under an umbrella of a particular subject matter. And the reason why this is important, for example, if I post about a new property and maybe it's a double story, I don't have to click on the word property as well as double story. All I have to do is click on the word double story, like select double story as the category that particular property is under. And then automatically when it is shown to the public, it will show that, yes, you've got the category tag of double story and also the categories tag of property, because a double story property is technically a property and it's under property, basically. I feel like I'm saying property way too much. And so after this, we're going to click on next. On this one, it's basically showing you how to publish. Now, if you remember, I think if I remember yesterday, I showed you briefly how to go about publishing. That's another beauty about WordPress, is that regardless of what you are posting that's new, when it comes to publishing it, and by that I mean making it visible to the public or making it visible to the front end, the publishing process is very similar. Obviously, the only difference is that when you are publishing a post or a blog post of sorts, it gives you additional options if you want to share to social media, etc., that sort of thing. But that doesn't apply across the board for everything. Okay, so in this case, I am going to go ahead and I am going to publish. Have I got everything? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on publish. Okay, so that when I do publish, you'll be able to actually see the product in the shop page, which I think is really cool. So let's see. Right, it says, congrats on adding your first product. How easy was it to add a product? You can give them feedback. And so here it says continue setup, which I think is really cool. It's giving you the option to continue your setup for WooCommerce. Okay, so I'm going to close that. I don't know why that stayed on in the other one, because I was going to click on it. So I'm going to go ahead on the homepage of WooCommerce so that it can continue. So when you are basically still adding stuff, so when you're still setting up, WooCommerce actually gives you the opportunity to come back so that you can continue where you left off in case you feel a bit lost, that sort of thing. You're not sure you are. Literally just click on the WooCommerce section in the left-hand tab, and it will get you back to the setup that it was talking you through or walking you through, more or less. Okay, so here now, it's time to get paid. You're only one step away from getting paid. Verify your business details to start managing transactions with WooCommerce. Now, obviously with this one, if I have to verify my business details, it will be adding all these extra things I don't need to add on here. But just know that when you click on verify details, just to give you an idea, have a look. You can see it's buffering. So this is where it basically takes you to a place where you have to potentially, if I'm not mistaken, add some confidential information. It's just that I've done this. I did this a long time ago, so I don't fully remember what it gave me. So basically, we'll mail you with important updates. So this is basically takes you to the steps of registering with WooCommerce and adding all the extra bits and pieces. But I'm going to go back to that because I don't want to start inputting all this additional information that we don't need to be inputting right now. So to verify your company details is literally a process where you have to log in and then it tries to ask for information about the company to verify it. And so we're going to go through to the next step. The next step is set up WooCommerce payment. Okay, so when we click on set up WooCommerce payment, it should take us there. Yep. It's a little bit slow and I don't know why. It makes no sense. It shouldn't be slow. Oh my gosh, it's doing the same thing again. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying, if truth be told. However, I'm going to use basically the same email address that I think I already have an account with anyways. As you can see, provide a password. Okay, so I'm just going to briefly take it to the other screen for privacy reasons. Okay. In case I need to double check, because I'm not sure if I use the same password or not. Okay, let's see if that one works. Yeah, I've forgotten the password, so I'm having to request a password reset, which sucks, but is what it is. Okay, let's have a look. It says if it matches, it's going to come to email address. Okay, I really hate those ones. Just tell me, look, it's not there, but I get it. It does that for security purposes so that if you by any chance are the culprit and you've sent it off, but it is the right one. So there we go. Pulling my leg for no reason. So let's go ahead and reset that password. Okay. Confirm it. So to reset your password, we need to make sure it is you. Continue, please enter the 6-digit verification code sent to your phone. So they've gone and sent it to my phone, which happens to be right in front of me right now. Come on, phone's acting up too. Okay, I've got the code. Let's have a look. Excuse the yawning. I'm a little bit more tired than I was yesterday. And so I've successfully changed my password. So I had to go through the process of literally resetting the password. So tedious. Okay. Mistakes. Why do I have mistakes over there? Okay, so I'm going to bring it back to here so you can have a look, see what's going on with the wallet. So here, you have early access to updated navigations. The new menu makes it easier to find things you use the most. Okay, let's start the tour. Let's see. Hopefully the tour is not too long. Your core items are in the main menu. When you view other pages, we'll list them here for quick access. Okay. To keep something here, just pin it. find everything else you might need under more. Okay, and it's done. That was a nice little quick tour. And so here is basically your account is now active. Browse our developer documentation or explore all the ways to start using Stripe. So this is for using Stripe. So it's literally trying to connect you to Stripe. And so I feel at this point, I'm going to try and go back, because now with that logged in, I'm going to go back to the website. Let's see, because it was here, but I can't go back because the data, sorry, not here, it was here. But I can't go back because the data will have to be resubmitted, etc., that sort of thing. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm just going to literally go and lessons.com. And because I'm already logged in, it should be able to take me back there. As you can see, this is what we created yesterday, just to give you an idea what the homepage will look like. But I want to go to the dashboard. Okay, so if you find yourself in the homepage section and you want to go to the dashboard, if you're already logged in, you'll find that you're going to have this drop-down menu that asks you to go to dashboard or visit the store. Okay, or if you're in the dashboard, it gives you the option to go to the store or visit the site or visit the store. Okay, but we're going to be visiting the store soon. Now, the reason why it's saying visit store is because it's recognized that gets activated once you've implemented WooCommerce. Okay, so I'm going to go back to WooCommerce's main dashboard section. That way it can continue the tour that I started with it, or the step-by-step guide basically of setting up. And so technically we've set up the payment-ish. So as you can see, once I've clicked there, because I've already set it up there, it recognizes it on this end. Accept payment and manage your business, finish setup. So in this case, Stripe, it's saying Stripe, get started, and that's what it's recommending. So if I click on get started, install Stripe. So it's literally going to install Stripe, the plugin. So everything that WordPress comes in is to a degree a plugin. And then configure your Stripe account. Your API details can be obtained from your Stripe account. Don't have a Stripe account, create one. So let's see what it says when I click on connect. Connect. There you go. It's showing the address for the business. So in this case, we're just going to use the business address. That's my business address. I don't have to hide it because it is available publicly. I would have moved it really quickly had it had my personal address. So that would have been a problem. Okay, so show customers your climate commitment. Now, here's the thing, guys. Once you start doing the stages, it literally takes you step by step. And so everything I'm showing you now is something that you'll easily be able to follow. It's something that you won't have too much difficulties when it comes to setting up, because it literally takes you to the steps. And then once you're finished, it will literally take you back to the dashboard of the website. So it says, show customers your climate commitment. WooCommerce Inc. partners with Stripe Climate to make it easy for your business to combat climate change. Set your contribution. Every dollar will fund next generation carbon removal. Edit your program at any time from your account settings. So obviously this is a tutorial, so I'm just going to put 0.5 and then continue with 0.5%, review and finish up. So it's basically business details, etc. Update support information, shows us African Group Limited and customers' invoices of statements. Oh gosh, it's now giving some personal information and other. Okay, I think I'm going to have to agree and submit quickly. Can we not? 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 Thank you. Okay, I kind of had to do that because it was showcasing some private information. So now it's saying returning to WooCommerce Inc. You'll be redirected in just a moment. So once you've basically added your information, in my case, because I already did have a Stripe account, it had my personal details as well as my business details. But if you are going to be creating a Stripe account for the first time, it will request business details if you want to input them, as well as personal details. And then you'll be able to go past the stage where it will actually then bring you back to the setup of it. And so now here it says finish setup, but bear in mind we've already done that. And then the next stage will be to add things like PayPal payments, Amazon payments. And again, they work in a similar fashion where if you've already got a PayPal account, it will easily ask you to connect your PayPal account. If you've got an Amazon account, it will easily ask you to easily be able to connect to your Amazon account by literally logging into those accounts. But we're not going to do that because, like I said, this is just a template site that I'm using as a means to do this tutorial. So I don't want to go into further details in regards to registering all those things that I don't need to register that actually can process funds, etc. And so the next stage is add tax rates. Okay, so the tax rates, basically, it's saying, you know, commerce tax, best for new stores, real-time sales tax calculation, single economic nexus compliance, powered by Jetpack, 100% free. So we're going to go ahead and continue the setup of that one because it's 100% free. Set store location, the address from which your business operates. And so in this case, I'm going to basically, there we go, 152 City Road. This technically is London. I'm going to click on continue. Okay. Jetpack and WooCommerce tasks can automate your sales task calculations for you. Yes, please. And then I don't know why you're trying to get the store location again. You're awesome. One less item on your to-do list. We're getting there. And so the next step, and again, you know, when you reach the stage where you're setting up WooCommerce, once you've just installed it, it takes you through the process where you'll be going step by step to create your WooCommerce store without any issues, simply because it actually walks you through the steps for you. And so what I'm showing you here is not much difference from what you'll be doing, and you definitely will not be facing any difficulties. And so in this case, we've added tax rates, but for some reason it's asking again, but we're going to go ahead and skip, because you can, by the way, if there's any section that you're not sure of, you can actually skip it. Okay. And so I'm going to go ahead and add shipping costs, set your store location. Why does it keep doing the store location here for everything? Which is kind of bizarre, but you know, what it is. And continue. Okay, so with this one, enable shipping label printing and discounted rate. Now you can be able to honestly make your own labels, etc., but there are offers that are available which do have paid options like ShipStation, powerful yet easy to use, as it's saying, print labels from Royal Mail, Parcel Force, DPD, and many more. Shop for the best rate in real time, connect selling channels easily, advanced automated workflows, 30 days free trial. So after 30 days, basically, you have to start paying. But if you're new, you don't want to have to go through that. The other one it's offering is SendCloud, all-in-one shipping tool. Print labels from 80 plus carriers, process orders in just a few clicks, customize checkout options, self-service tracking and returns. Start with a free plan, which means at some point you're going to have to pay for it. So for now, I would say click on no thanks. Okay, and then literally move on. Even with the taxes, I don't know why it's asking for this. We had to help it. Okay, got it. Here, I literally clicked on continue setup because it's 100% free. No thanks, I'll set up manually. I don't charge sales tax. Okay, yes, please. Okay, it went ahead and did that, but somehow you're awesome. Okay, for some reason, we'll figure out. Sometimes this sort of thing happens, but once you refresh, you find that it's actually already sorted. So I'm not going to even worry too much about that. So get more sales. Get more sales is basically to do with marketing, right? So installed marketing extensions, built Google listings and ads, which is what we already installed, Pinterest, and built by WooCommerce. They're all built by WooCommerce, basically. Recommended marketing extensions, TikTok for WooCommerce, which is really good. So if it's saying TikTok for WooCommerce, I'm assuming that the way Facebook works, it can allow you to integrate your TikTok store to WooCommerce. I'm hoping that's the case. So it's giving you the option here to get started. And then you've got MailChimp. MailChimp, I think you all know what MailChimp is. It's a mailing system, a newsletter system or mailing list system that allows you to securely send all your clients updates of what's going on with you, etc., that sort of thing. And then there's Klaviyo. grow and retain customers with intelligent, impactful email and SMS marketing automation and a consolidated view of customer interactions. Creative mail for WooCommerce, create on brand store campaigns, fast email promotions, and customer and retargeting with creative mail. So they pretty much do the same type of thing. You just have to choose the one that you prefer to use. My recommendation will be MailChimp because that's the one that I've known for a while. Okay, so for this particular part, you honestly don't need to do anything. I'm certainly not going to, simply because, again, we're not putting things live onto this particular website. And so as a result, we wouldn't be able to set up things the way we would like to. So I'm just going to get back to the setup, but that gives you an idea, right? You can just go ahead and proceed and click on any of them if you are going to choose those options. Okay, personalize your store. So we click on personalize your store, create a new homepage and customize it to suit your needs. Now, we already have a homepage. Remember, we created one. So we're going to skip that bit. Set a store notice. Optionally, display a prominent notice across all pages of your store. The store notice, I'm not really sure. For some reason, I've kind of always skipped the store notice, to be honest. So I'm just going to click on complete task. Okay. Your store is looking great. Don't forget to continue personalizing it. Okay, so here it's saying things to do next. Set up additional payment options. Get the free WooCommerce mobile app. Discover where to find powerful store add-ons and integrations with a WooCommerce marketplace tool. Set up Google listings and ads. Set up email marketing with MailPost or MailChimp. Get your product in front of engaged shoppers with Pinterest for WooCommerce, which is pretty cool. Update Woo Payments business details. And so these are obviously going to be your product details that you're going to be needing to set up your WooCommerce account. Okay. And so then you've got your inbox. The inbox is basically messages that WooCommerce themselves actually send to you on any updates, etc. That sort of thing. You can see what it's talking about. Boost your sales again, sell worldwide in multiple currencies, set up refund policy. Yes, that's actually important. You have to set up a refund policy and refund and returns policy as well, because those are important. And then obviously, you know, this shows you kind of like your data. And so I'm going to go back to the top. And so the next step here is basically to finalize any bits and pieces by going to settings. So for me, what I personally tend to do is I rush straight to settings. Okay. When I go to settings, it's basically the stage that allows you to kind of set up your entire account and everything in your product, your taxes, the demographics, where you're going to be shipping to, if it's a physical product, that sort of thing. Okay. So in this case, you've got your store address, selling locations, sell to all countries, shipping locations, ship to all countries, or you can choose which places, you know, ship to all countries, deliver to specific countries only, disable shipping and shipping calculations, etc. So you can actually do all of that. Default customer location, shop country region, basically default customer location, shop country region, or geolocate with page caching support. So you can choose how you want to go about doing that. Basically, when you click on this, it says this option determines a customer's default location. The maximized GeoLite database will be periodically downloaded to your WP content directory if using geolocation. Okay, and then here, enable taxes, it's checkmarked. Enable tax rates and calculations. Rates will be configurable and taxes will be calculated during checkout. And then enable coupons. Enable the use of coupon codes. Coupons can be applied from the basket and checkout pages. So this is especially if you're holding like a competition of some sort or a giveaway. You can use coupons in order to be able to allow people who are visiting your website or the people who are actually part of the competition to be able to redeem those, you know, those coupons, or coupons as a form of a gift. So someone can actually purchase it from somebody else as a gift aid. They call it a gift aid, not a gift aid, as just a gift, not a gift aid. That's for payments if you're a taxpayer. Yeah, for as a gift, and then someone can redeem it in order to purchase a particular item. Okay, so calculate coupon discounts sequentially. So when applying multiple coupons, apply the first coupon to the full price and the second coupon to the discounted price. Now, this obviously you get to choose how you want it to be. My recommendation is to make sure that all the coupons are actually added as one. That way, whatever the main gross price is, whatever the fee is, it will discount in total as opposed to keep taking out on top. So for example, I've gotten 10% off something. Let's say I've got 10% off something that was £100. I'm going to get it for £90, right? Because I've got 10% off. And then off that £90, I've got another 10% discount card. Then I use that one to take out that from that £90, then it will deduct it accordingly. Preferably if I've got 10%, 10%, 10%, I'll put them together. That way it will be 20%, and then that will be 20% off all at once. That's what I'm talking about. Like you can literally choose whether you want it that way or the other way around. And so here it's giving you the options for currency options. Remember, I said there is an option that allows you to change the currency, right? And so in this case, you just have to go to currency, click on the currency, and then go to the country where you want the currency to be for. For in my case, it's going to be United Kingdom. Is it here? Hang on. This is where Britain. No, Great Britain. Nope, not Great Britain. Not United Kingdom. I'm surprised it's not under United. Not United Kingdom. England. England. Not England. Britain. No, Britain. United Kingdom. Great Britain. No. Oh, what could it be under? Hang on, let me go to the top. Oh, wait, did I see UK? Hang on, let me just type in the word pound because that's what we're looking for. Pound sterling, yes. Oh, just pound sterling. I'm busy looking for everything, but boy, oh boy. Okay, so currency position left, everything there is fine. And then you can go ahead and click on Save Changes. Okay, and never forget, once you've reached the bottom of the first tab, right, when you've clicked Saved, it will bring you back at the top, and just go to the next tab. That way you can can sort out the settings for that particular tab. And then within some of the tabs, you find that they've got subheadings. For example, Products has got Inventory, Downloadable Products, Approved Download Directs, Advanced. So there is quite a lot to set up with the shop. But honestly, once you are past setting the initial stuff up, you are so good to go. So there is quite a lot to do. You've got products, so what is the shop page? If you've already set up the shop page, it will automatically find it and it will attach it to the WooCommerce, which is what it's done in this particular instance. You've got the shop page, so it attached itself to that, which should be the case. And then it says add to basket behavior, redirect to the basket page after successful addition, enable Ajax add to basket buttons on archives. Okay, that's the one I always select. Placeholder image. This is the attachment ID or image URL used for placeholder images in the product catalog product with no image. We use this. So basically, if a product doesn't have an image, the placeholder image is what they're going to use instead. Measurements, weights in units, kgs, dimensions unit is in centimeters, which is what we normally use over here. Enable reviews, enable product reviews, show verified owner label on customer reviews. Reviews can only be left by verified owners there. So enable show verified owner. Reviews can only be left by verified owners. I think that's very, very important because then it guarantees that only people who've purchased your product can give you feedback rather than people coming and giving fake feedback. And it kind of can work both ways in the sense that some people might just want to come support you and put a positive comment in order to give you positive feedback. However, if you're going to focus on making sure that you have repeat customers who are actually purchasing your product, my recommendation is do forego the fake the fake compliments and things that will make your site look good. Just go for the real ones, because that I feel will inspire more returning customers in that sense. Hence, reviews can only be left by verified owners. Another one, product ratings. Enable star ratings on reviews. Star ratings should be required, not optional. Okay. So then we click on save. It's going to take me back to the top. Okay, at the top, you've got inventory. Oh my gosh, it's moving. You've got inventory. Okay, so this is how much stock that you're keeping. When you want the website to actually show that, oh, this is about to run out of stock, so please, alert the people. So for example, hold stock in minutes, 60 minutes, and manage stock, enable stock management, notifications, enable low stock notification, and enable out of stock notification as well. And so here, Waits basically said hold stock, manage stock, enable stock management, hold stock for unpaid cover orders for a maximum of for X minutes, when this limit is reached. Basically, if you've ever ordered something online and you've put it in the basket, but maybe something happens, you've been distracted, there are some places where they, as soon as someone else has shown an interest, if you haven't gone and checked out that product, by the time you're going to the checkout, it will tell you the product is no longer available. Whereas if you put something in place like this, where it can hold the stock for a good 60 minutes, which is an hour, even if you get distracted, it will be likely that within that hour, you come back to continue shopping and your item will still be available for you to go ahead and purchase it. Okay. So notification recipients is basically, obviously, we put admin at thesimsrealtor.com, low stock threshold 2, out of stock threshold 0, out of stock visibility, hide out of stock items from the catalog. No, I think it's good. It's actually good to have items saying sold out or out of stock, etc., that sort of thing, because it does make your website look like it's busy. Stock display format, always show quantity remaining in stock, e.g. 12 in stock, etc. Yeah, that is actually fine as well. And then go ahead and click on save for anything. I don't think I changed anything, if truth be told. And then you've got downloadable products. You've got downloadable products. Force download, allow, oh my gosh, why does it keep doing this? What's this? Transfer your Google domain to wordpress.com. Bye. Okay, let's move on. File download method, force download, allow using redirect mode and secure, access restrictions, download requires login, grant access to downloadable products after payment, yes. Opening browser, file name, append a unique string to file name for security. So this, honestly, I never interfere with that section. I always leave it as is. And so as you continue, literally, you just go through all the sections, approve download directions, directories, and then you've got advanced settings as well. If you click on that, enable table usage. Use the product attributes lookup table for catalog filtering. Direct updates. Update the table directory upon product changes instead of scheduling a deferred update. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click that. That's in the advanced section of that subcategory. Then others, you find that you've got a section for tax, which you're going to see in a moment. You've got a section for tax. You've got a section for shipping. As you can see, they've all got subheadings as well. So you've got a section for shipping, for payments. Okay. Account and privacy. It's moving a little bit slow, which is kind of disappointing. Emails. Okay, for any orders, etc., that sort of thing that you receive. Integration. Okay, so maximize license key, we don't have that. Database files path, it's already got that. So basically maximize geolocation and integration for utilizing maximize to geolocate geolocation lookups. Please note that this is integrated into this integration will only do country lookups only. So you've got advanced. You have to go there. There you go. So this is the page setup, etc., that sort of thing. From data, it's literally all there. And then multi-currency. Multi-currency is basically where you can add additional currencies that people can easily be able to shop in from your page. So it automatically switch customers to their local currency if it has been enabled. Yes, exactly. So I'm going to go ahead and save that because I think that is actually important. Okay. And so that's kind of like, you know, going through those tab sections for you to add whatever it is that you need to add. So if I go back to payments real quickly, just for all intents and purposes, it's got the option you can accept WooCommerce payments. And so you have to basically check it for Woo payments. It's going to turn purple. As soon as I clicked it, it's literally trying to take me to go and set it up. But I'm not going to do that because I am not supposed to be fully setting this thing up with credit cards, debit cards, etc., that sort of thing. Okay. And so that just gives you an idea anyways. What's the next step I'm supposed to walk you through? So the next step in this is basically once you've gone through the settings for WooCommerce and you've set up everything properly accordingly, because it does show you step by step on how to be able to do that, then you have to deal with things like the products. You have to deal with adding the plugin Printful. And so I'm just going to show you when you're adding the plugin Printful, all you have to do is go to plugins, hover over plugins and click on add new. And when you go ahead and click on add new, it will obviously take you to the most used plugins, but your choice here is to look for Printful. So as I'm typing it in, it should show up. This is what Printful looks like. Printful integration for WooCommerce. Okay, and then you can go ahead and install it. Once you've installed Printful, it will actually ask for, I think, an API key to synchronize the website with Printful in order to be able to have your products there. Now, this is the step that we are actually going to skip. Sorry, I just have to do something real quick because I'm getting disturbed at the back here. So I'm just going to leave you with a little bit of music, and I'm going to leave the I'm going to put that on, and then I'm going to put some music on. All right, I am back. I just had to go. My smoke alarm kept on. It needed a little bit of a reset, and I had to go ahead and do that real quickly. So, as I was saying, Printful is basically the plugin that you utilize in order to be able to integrate your store. It still hasn't fixed up. Okay, I was hoping that what I did worked, but never mind. It's the one that allows me to basically create like a fulfillment center where I can be able to process my products in order to sell them to the masses. And so because we're not fully setting up this website, because I don't want it to be active and it requires setting up with a lot of personal details and information, what I'm going to do is right now I am going to go ahead and I'm going to try and open up the Elaka website. So I'm just doing it on this side really quickly to check if I need to log in. Okay, I'm going to use my personal website, and then I'm going to go to the back end of the website so that you can see how I normally operate with Printful. Okay, So once you've set up Printful, okay, so this is the Elaka website. We're just going to go here. Okay, once you've set up Printful and then you've activated it, so let me go, I'm just going to go ahead and activate it. Just activate it, just to give you an idea of what it looks like when you go ahead and activate it. When you activate it, you get something like this. Okay, it asks you to begin the setup like everything else. And again, the good thing about a lot of plugins is they do give you the option to basically go through the steps of setting up. Now, it's trying to take me to MailPoet. I don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on Printful. I do not want MailPoet just as yet. Okay, so as you can see here, when I click on Printful, once it's been activated, it's asking me to go ahead and connect it. So bear in mind, every time you install a new plugin on you're very, very welcome, Mr. Ogan. You're very welcome. And welcome to the stream. And so basically, once you have added a plugin, every time you add a plugin, right, onto WordPress, you always have to add it and then activate it, okay? And so just in case maybe I went through that section really, really super quickly, I'm just going to come out of the Printful section. I'm just going to go to the plugins real quick. And then I am going to try and add a new plugin just to give you an idea, okay? And so when you are adding a new plugin, whatever it is that you need for your website, you literally have to just click on plugins there. And then this is what you'll see. It will show you a list of plugins that you have installed. Now, remember, initially we had only 4 plugins, right? But now we seem to have a lot more. That's because when we installed WooCommerce, if you remember, it had some sub plugins available to it as well, okay, which MailPoet was one of them, Pinterest for WooCommerce, Printful integration for WooCommerce, which is what we've just added, WooCommerce itself, which is saying that it's got an update available, which is fine. You can literally, the good thing about WordPress now, when you click on update, it doesn't have to take you to the update section. You can literally update plugins from within the page without leaving, so it will update it right there and then. And then you've got WooCommerce payments, WooCommerce shipping and tax, WooCommerce Stripe gateway, which is obviously for payments. As you can see, it's gone ahead and updated, and I didn't even have to leave the page, which is fantastic. And so if we want to go ahead and add a new plugin, you have to click on Add New. When you click on Add New, it will bring you the standard plugins like what you saw earlier on, which is Jetpack. It will always showcase it at the top, Akismet, and other bits and pieces, health check and troubleshooting. Remember, I added that too. But in order to add a brand new plugin that you've been looking for, so for the purpose of this website, I'm actually going to choose a plugin that I wanted to showcase anyways. And that plugin is what's it called? I think Google, it's to do with Google. Hang on. Let me see if I remember it. Yes, Google Sitekit. Okay, Google Sitekit is actually very important, as this is the one that allows you to implement adverts onto your website. And so I'm going to go ahead and click on install. And then once Google Sitekit is installed, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on activate to activate it. So right now it's installed, and then now the button has changed to activate, and then I'm going to go ahead and activate it. And then with most cases with plugins is once you have installed them and activated them, some of them you probably have to go to the settings in order to fully set it up, in the same fashion that I had to do with WooCommerce. With WooCommerce, once you've installed it, you have to go through all those different tabs and set up each section in order to basically have it functioning the way you need it to function. Okay, so in this case, it's asking me to start setup. Congratulations, the Sitekit plugin is now activated. Start setup. So I'm not even where the Sitekit is, which is up here. It's asked me to start setup, which should take me, I think, to the dashboard for it. Yep, it's taking me to the top where it is. And as you can see right now, it's again, get insights on how people find your site, as well as how to improve and monetize your site's content directly in your WordPress dashboard. Okay, it's giving me the options to connect Google Analytics as part of your setup, activate Google Analytics to track how much traffic you're getting and how people navigate your site. So when I was talking about not having to need to pay for the extra analytics that Jetpack was offering, it's because you're going to have something like this that you can actually activate, and it will track your progress, and you can be able to have adverts on your website as a result. And so in this case, in order to connect it, you have to sign in with Google, but I'm not going to go ahead and do that simply because, again, the Sims Realtor is not being set up that way. But I just thought I would install this plugin just as a process, for one, to show you the steps of actually adding a new plugin, and two, to also tell you about it and its benefits and how you can be able to utilize it to help monetize your website. Because again, Jetpack offers an option where you can pay it, where it automatically adds ads on your website for you to actually be able to earn some money. But for me, it makes no sense that I have to pay for ads in order for the ads to get me money. I get it, I get investing, but that part I've never really agreed with. And so, which brings us now back to what I was talking about with the shop page. So I'm going to go to the dashboard of the Elaka website. Okay. Just take me to the dashboard real quick, please. Thank you. So whilst we're looking at the dashboard for the Elaka website, as you can see, I've literally got some things that need updating. And again, like all my other websites which are already functioning, there's, notifications, there's all kinds of things going on already. It is giving me updates that I need to update. I'm just going to quickly check them in case some of the plugins I want to showcase to you need updating. In order for me to utilize them to the maximum, they will need to be updated. And so it's asking me to update to the latest version of WordPress, Elementor, Facebook for WooCommerce, like I said, Health Check, Jetpack, WooCommerce. Okay, it's all the ones, majority of the ones that I need, including the actual WordPress itself. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to update the version, the current version of WordPress. And so I'm going to go ahead and let you see this. And the reason being is WordPress being freeware, it has tons and tons of developers that work on it together, okay, in order to keep improving it, because with technology changing every single time, you will find that the website will need updating, the plugins end up having to be updated. So you will find you have to keep updating every so often. And I think that's a small price to pay for something that you are actually utilizing for free, okay? And so it's gone ahead and it's updated to WordPress 6.3, which is the latest edition. Let's see what it's saying it's given us, hey? Let me see, create booth, yes, do everything in the site editor. WordPress 6.3 brings your content template and patterns together in the site editor for the first time. If you remember what we saw when we first installed the website, the Sims Realtor, and it took us to the website editor, and I said to you, this seems like it's new because I don't remember seeing this. So this WordPress 6.3 version is the one that actually brings about this new site editor, which means there's a plethora of people out there who are adjusting to being able to use this new system. And one of those people is me. So so site editor for the first time, add pages, browse style variations, create synced patterns, and enjoy fine-tuned control over your navigation menus. No more time wasted switching across different site areas. Now you can focus on what matters most, creation to completion all in one, which is brilliant. And create and sync patterns. Arrange blocks in unlimited ways and save them as patterns for use throughout your site. You can even specify whether to sync your patterns, previously referred to as reusable blocks, so that one change applies to all parts of your site, or utilize patterns as a starting point with the ability to customize each instance. I like that. Work faster with the command palette, switch to a specific template to open your editor preferences with a new tool that helps you quickly navigate expanded functionality with a simple keyboard shortcut on Mac and Control-K on Windows. Clicking the sidebar search icon in Site View or clicking the title by get where you need to go and do what you need to do in seconds. Sharpen your designs with new tools. Okay, so these are some of the updates that it's obviously added, that have been added to the latest edition of WordPress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on this. And so when you're in the dashboard of your website, by the way, you will find that when you see this and it's got a number, it's like, little arrows pointing, going around in circles, and there's a number next to it. That's basically telling you the number of updates that you need to make on the website. And this could vary from WordPress being one of them, the website theme, to plugins. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that because that will literally take me to the list of all the updates that I need to make. And so in this case, I have updated the latest edition of WordPress. And because I've updated it, it's telling me my current version is 6.3, or even when I updated it, and it's saying you have the latest version of WordPress. If I don't, it will tell me. Okay, and then that leaves us with the plugins. As you can see, the plugins are 6, and there's one more thing, which is the theme. Okay, now when it comes to the theme, for my website, I'm not using the 2020 theme, but I always keep at least one WordPress theme in the back end in case anything goes wrong with my customized theme. I can easily revert back to the WordPress theme. So that's why I always keep them. So we're going to start with the plugins. What I tend to do in this case, I don't click on them one by one. I select all, and then I just go ahead and click on update plugins. That way it will literally start updating them all at once, and it saves you a ton of time. Okay, thank you for using Royal Elementor add-ons building this website. So basically this is about giving the ratings. I'm just going to go ahead and do it later. So whilst I wait, I'm just going to scroll and see where those updates have gone to. As you can see, it's being a little bit slow because this is still buffering up there. There we go. Okay, the updates, all updates have been completed. So it's finished updating. So we're going to go back to the WordPress updates page. Go to WordPress updates page rather than go to plugins page. We want to go back to the updates because remember, there's still one thing I think that needs to be updated, and that's the theme. So click on that and then go ahead and update theme. So even if it's just the one, force of habit, I clicked on select all, and then now I'm updating that particular theme. Okay, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, we can go ahead and look at the section that I was trying to take you to, which is for Printful. Okay, so click on Printful. And in Printful, once it's set up, you are going to see something like this. Okay, you've got your settings section. Your settings section is basically the section where you are able to select how information is displayed to your customers. So like we're looking at the size guide pop-up text color, size guide button text color. Wait, button pop-up with the background and stuff. I might have to have a look. I'm hoping it comes out okay. And then things like international from USA, express 1 to 3 business days, So you even get to check mark how the shipping locally and internationally is going to function. So in this case, flat rate standard 3 to 4 business days after fulfillment, express 1 to 3 business days after fulfillment, overnight 1 business day after fulfillment. The standard rate CO2 offsetting 3 to 4 business days after fulfillment. So I think it allows you the option to actually select that too. International shipping, standard rate with CO2 offsetting 5 to 20 business days, 3 to 5 business days, 1 to 3 business days, standard obviously in express. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click that one as well. And then international from the EU, which is like where I am. International shipping, standard rate with CO2 offsetting 5 to 20 business days after fulfillment, or express 1 to 3 business days after fulfillment. So I'm going to go ahead and save those changes. And so basically, error failed to save carriers. Really? Okay, I think it doesn't take that one. For some reason, I think it doesn't take CO2. Let me see. Change. Yeah, it doesn't take that one. How interesting. And so now that is saved. Here it's giving me the option to reconnect your store. So I'm assuming my store got disconnected in some way, shape, or form, I'm assuming. So I'm going to go ahead and click on reconnect. And when I do that, it's actually going to try and divert me to go to Printful. Okay, because that's the way that I can only be able to Whoa, what just happened? Why am I here? Oh, that's weird. Hang on. Nope. Did it just shut down? Did it just shut down? I feel like it shut down. Hang on. Where on earth did it go? It's not there. That is so weird. So I'm going to go back to Elaka. I don't know why it was shutting me down, but just to be on the safe side, I'm also going to open an additional tab that says Printful. Okay, printful.com. And then I'm going to go to Elaka as well, which that was the most bizarre thing. It's always the case, isn't it? You decide to do a live stream, and then everything that would possibly go wrong, that never goes wrong when you're peacefully sitting in the comfort without cameras or anything like that, nothing goes wrong. But dare you say, oh, I want to show this to other people so I can share it, everything that could possibly go wrong decides, yeah, I'm going to go wrong today. So I'm going to click on Printful here again. And then we're going to go to settings again and see what it's saying. If it's still saying reconnect, it's still saying reconnect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Printful, and I'm actually going to go to my stores. And in my stores in Printful, I'm actually going to go and have a look at the store that it belongs to. So with that one, it's the Elaka store. Now it's saying reconnect, which doesn't make sense. So I'm going to go ahead and click on view store. Okay. I don't think it's got any issues with the store. So I'm assuming the issue is probably coming from WordPress, because it's saying reconnect. I'm not sure if it wants me to just reconnect. Let me see what's going on. Calculate sales tax for all products listed on your store, including non-Printful products. That ship to states where Printful applies sales tax. Before enabling, make sure you are registered for a seller permit in all these states. Well, I'm not based in America. So we're going to do that. And then this one allows you to disable SSL, use HTTP instead of HTTPS to connect to the Printful API. No, we would rather use HTTPS because it's safer. Okay, so in this instance now, I'm not sure if it's asking me to reconnect because the store honestly is there. And then we're going to look at the status, okay, to see any issues that it might be having or anything like that. We're going to close that as well in the meantime and dismiss that too. So it's saying testing your store. And so is your store successfully connected to Printful API? Okay. So there's no errors at all. So it's actually perfectly fine. And then this is support. Obviously, if you need any additional help, etc., including FAQs, they're actually all here. Copy the box content below and add it to your support message. So if you need support, you have to literally copy and paste that message so they can understand, and they'll be able from that code to see if whatever is you bring to the table is the code that you've sent can show them what the issue might be. Okay, so in this case, we've made sure that the store is connected and it looks like it's perfectly connected. And so now you're probably asking, now pray tell, how do I go about adding my products? Now, first things first, once you add your store in Printful, okay, when you're creating your store basically in Printful, when you synchronize your website to Printful, it automatically creates a store at the back end of Printful. Bear in mind, once you do that, if you are not registered with Printful, it will prompt you to register with Printful first, okay? So once you've registered with Printful and you've got your account there, once you've synchronized the website to the Printful plugin, it will create the store. You can rename it. You've got the option to rename it if you want to, but it will create a store based on obviously the store that you already have on the other side. So in my case, this one, if I'm not mistaken, I think I renamed it to Elaka so that I can recognize it, that it belongs to the Elaka website. Okay, and so that part is actually very, very important. So when you set up the store on the other side by synchronizing them, when you come into the Printful dashboard, all you have to do is literally go straight to stores and click on it, and then it will show you a list of all the stores that you own, and then all you have to do is just visit the store like what I did. So you click on stores. I'm just going to do that again real quick, click on stores, and then find your store. If it's just the one, then that's fine. And then just click on view store. In my case, I'm choosing Elaka because that's the one that we're currently dealing with. And then we're going to go ahead and view the store. And this is basically showing me all the items it's got available. We've got more than one page of items. And then it's also asking me if I want to add a product. Okay, that's if you want to add an additional product to your merch that you are selling, right? And so when you go ahead and add your product, okay, now this is the stage where you'll be able to see you basically will be able to see how it automatically synchronizes your content from this section onto the website, and it automatically places it perfectly in your store. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take a mug. Oh, I'm going to take that one. Yeah, travel mug with the handle. Beautiful. So the good thing is, let me just scroll through. I don't know. I'm already trying to create a product. I'm not even giving you a little bit of a browse. So the good thing about Printful, it's got quite a huge variety of products that you can be able to sell as merchandise and as part of your brand. I think if you're even looking to start your own unique clothing line, websites like this are really ideal to be able to create something that can allow your brand to have some kind of brand identity, you know. And then afterwards, when you're in a position financially, you can actually expand by creating custom made clothing. But prior to that, how you create your designs and how you place them on the product, depending on how flexible that particular product is, will determine how whether your designs are actually attractive enough for people to purchase or not. Okay, so in this case, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to get this one. Oh, like I said, I was about to show you through and I almost forgot again. What is wrong with me? Okay, so here you've got, you know, a hand-matte paper poster with hanging. There's baseball caps, mugs, stickers, embroidered patches, literally pint glasses, which is amazing. If I can be able to put a name or something, that would be pretty cool. You've got cork back coasters, pet balls, all over print case for AirPods. How amazing is that? Cases, phone cases, t-shirts, ornaments, literally more phone cases. This is for a Samsung, another Samsung, all the way to cute tops, you know, things like this. All over print bandana, recycled long sleeve top. That's actually really cute. All the way to bikinis, you know, and I love that it's showcasing literally women of different sizes. All the way to basically basketball clothes. Like, it's quite a huge variety of items that you will be able to actually utilize. So what we are going to do, I'm going to go all the way back to the top, and I'm going to travel mug. I wanted a travel mug, right? So I'm going to stick to the travel mug. I'll stick to the travel mug. Okay. Let's see. Switch that on. There we go. Okay, so now that we've selected the travel mug, as you can see, it's saying drop your design here. And so again, depending on whether it's a t-shirt, etc. If it's t-shirt, it will ask you the variations and things like that that you want to be able to add. So there is a bit of a process, but honestly, I think this is so much better. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. This is so much better than even having to do it yourself, especially if you don't know how to get started. You know what I mean? So with your mug available, or your travel mug, should I say, it tells you drop your design here. These are all your design elements. Okay, down here are your design elements. As you can see here, it says hire designer from Fiverr. So everyone seems to really trust Fiverr. Now you've got the product, you've got your layers, you've got your uploads, etc. So we want to go ahead and upload a design of sorts to add to it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and click on upload. And it's showing me all my other uploads, because remember, I've got loads of shops, which means I have loads and loads of different products that I can be able to showcase, right? So I'm going to actually go ahead and upload a new file. Okay, I'm going to upload a new file, and the new file, I'm going to try and see if I can be able to retrieve it from, let me just have a quick look here. Quick look. It's LV clothing in this particular folder. EFD. No, it's not. It's in J Drive, but J Drive has been acting up, so I don't know. Yeah, I thought so. So I'm not going to go to J Drive. It's in there, but to save time, I'm just going to go back to, tell you what, it will seem a little bit vain, but it's the only option it's giving me. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, actually, I know where to get in the gaming. I've got my custom. Yep, I've got patterns in here somewhere. P images. I've got patterns. Where are the patterns? I know I've got them here somewhere. Templates and textures. That's it. Okay. And then there's some which are pure pictures. So let me view them as large icons so I can see exactly what they are, because some of them are literally just pattern files for Photoshop and I can't use those. So I'm going to go here. There we go. What's the difference? Okay, that's cute. So I'm going to take that one. Hang on. What about that one? Okay. I'm going to take that one and I'm going to click on open. Okay. And so as it is loading somewhere, is it loading? Okay, there it is, 100%. There it is. That's the one I'm going to go ahead and select once it's done. PNG, see like PNG. What time is it? Okay, I've been on for an hour and 37 minutes. So with this particular live, I have been planning not to stay too long. So what I'm going to do is once I complete the demonstration for adding your product, I am going to call it a day because I've got a very early start tomorrow. And so I want to make sure that I get myself as much rest as I possibly can. And then I will be back again tomorrow to basically walk you through the rest of the tutorial. I don't know why Sea Life 3 PNG is taking forever. Come on, man. It's taking for absolute forever. Oh, dear. Come on. Because this is the Elaka store. And so the product that I put there, I do not want it to be, I don't want to use any of these. I can easily use all of these that I have. Actually, let me search the library, because hang on. If I've got anything that I've mentioned garden, it should show up. Maybe let me try that. Okay, that didn't quite work. I thought that was going to work. No, not this. No, it didn't see. Because there are some faith-based things that I have created. So all this first, maybe. There you go. Pay attention to God. Okay, good. I've still got some of the other designs. So I'm actually going to select that one. So I kind of wasted time uploading that little pattern. I'm actually going to go ahead. Let me remove the ticker. Okay, so you can fully see. And now it's basically added it to the design. Now it's showing me what I need to do here. Switch views from here to here. See how your mugs, pillows, and all of our print apparel will look by switching between design, 3D, and mock-up views. Got it. I do like switching back and forth between design and mock-up. And so this section basically shows you whereabouts you're actually placing your design. And then you just have to find a way you can center it. So this is centered. And it's showing me that part of it is going to be this side of the mug and it's going to be that side of the mug, and that's the center of the mug, which is fine. So I'm just going to look at the mock-up view side of it and see how that looks. Okay. It says pay attention to God, and if you turn it around, this is roughly what it will look like. Okay. I like that, but let me see what else I can do with it and try to play around with the patterns. So the good thing about this is I'm not sure how much good. Okay, so let's have a look at the mock-up view of this. Pay attention, yes, yes. Okay, that way it's literally on both sides-ish. So pay attention to God. I actually kind of like this, weirdly enough. Let's take it back to design. So basically this mug can print only at the top section and at the bottom is kind of clear, but that's why you find out when you're adding product, etc., you find that some work better than others in terms of some of them can cover the entire mug, the entire t-shirt, some is only part of it. So you always have to be on the lookout of that. So I actually like it like that. So duplicate the design on both sides. Hang on, what does that do? No, I'm not gonna. Let's leave that as is. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna click on continue. And then when I click on continue, it's gonna take me to the section where it's gonna show me how basically it wants the mock-up to be showcased. Okay, and so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pause right here for a second, and then I'm gonna go back to the Elaka website. So now, if you are dealing with a brand new website, for instance, and you've just set up your WooCommerce, you've set up your Printful in order to create your product, whenever Printful, not only does it synchronize the product to your website, but also it relies on the tags and categories you've set up on your website in order to tag them appropriately within Printful. So in my case, I'm going to go to WooCommerce, and I'm going to go to products. This products that comes under WooCommerce is about the products that are produced for sale. And so I'm going to go to categories. Okay. And when I go and click on categories, it's going to allow me to see all the categories, the various categories that I have available. Oh my gosh, what is going on? This is too much, guys. Stop with all the pop-ups. Okay, I'm going to dismiss that as well. And then I'm going to say maybe later. How about that? Okay. WooCommerce database update required. I would do it. And so in this case, basically, I already have a bunch of categories. Obviously, I could probably do a lot more. So I've got latest, Bible study, clothing, apparel, elry, faith, gifts, let's talk, real talk, salvation, spiritual, sportswear, t-shirt. Okay. And then even in the tags, if it will go there. Okay, with the tags, I actually do not have any, but I can actually add some as I am putting out the products. But the category is definitely mandatory. I would say it's very important, because the last thing you want when you try to tag your product in the back end of Printful, you don't want it to basically show you that the product is uncategorized. Okay, because the moment you publish your product, it automatically goes out there in the public, and it's those first impressions literally that will get you impressions, no pun intended. And so you've seen I've got my categories. If you don't have any, you have to create some. For instance, when I click on category, in order to be able to create a new one, which works in the same fashion, by the way, when you're creating a page, when you're creating a post, etc., that sort of thing, you basically are going to have to type the name in. So in this case, maybe we're going to say accessories. Okay. And then the slug is going to be accessories as well. And then the parent category is honestly none. And then you can even put a thumbnail for it if you want to. And then I'm just going to go ahead and click on add new category. Once I've added the new category, it's actually going to appear here. because it's an accessory. Okay, so I'm hoping when I come here, I haven't gone too far out that it won't detect it's a new item added to the list. So here it's saying basic mockups. Choose from a variety of ready-made mockups. Choose mockups. Here, custom mockups. Build personalized mockups from scratch or use our template. So I'm going to choose a mockup. Hide the custom mockup option until next update. Now, thank you. Choose your mockup. So basically, this is where it creates a mockup that makes it look more real, and it adds more realism in how your product is actually displayed to the public, right? And so in this case, it's offering this, where it's got 2 marks. It's offering this, which looks really nice. I actually like that. Or that, which is really cool. This is actually a really cool travel mug. I'll be honest with you. I might actually purchase it as a sample for myself. Like that. So which one do I want? I think I'm going to take this one. Or should I take that one? Hang on. I do like this one as well. I'm going to take this one. Mockup preview is not available for this product. That's fine. And then the pictures, obviously, I'm going to choose them to be JPEG. So the next stage, you just click continue. Now that it's done the mockup, it's going to show you the rest of the mockup, a main mockup image. Obviously, you can't see the logo because they don't have a preview of that. You're going to see it after the fact. Okay, so choose description language. Obviously, it's English. Okay, and then product title. So travel mug with the handle. So I am going to name it pay attention to travel mug with handle. Okay, that's what I'm going to name it. And then the good thing about Printful, you know how tedious it is to create your own, like these long descriptions describing the product and what it has, etc. Well, fret not, because Printful actually does that for you. The only thing you can do is maybe add more in regards to maybe the design of it and the thought behind the pattern, just a little brief about that, and then let Printful do the rest of the job. And so in this case, you see, I'm going to just open that further. It says, sip in style and comfort with an elevated travel mug. With its sleek and durable design, you will love taking this mug wherever you go. It fits into most car cup holders and has a spill-proof plastic lid. Commute to work or go on new adventures. This travel mug will keep your beverages safe and at just the right temperature. Made with stainless steel and BPA-free plastic. Capacity, upper diameter, bottom diameter, hand wash only. Benefit of on-demand manufacturing, and info about on-demand manufacturing and its benefits to the product description. Basically, I don't know what this thing is. I swear, it's like I keep getting stuff interfering. Who is sending these things? This product is made especially for you as soon as you place an order, which is why it takes us a bit longer to deliver it to you. Making products on demand instead of in bulk helps reduce overproduction. So thank you for making thoughtful purchasing decisions, which is very true. And then you can even attach like a size guide to the product description, which is actually good. You can edit the size guide in the store's platform as well. So on the other end, I can actually edit it. So you can edit your size guide if you want to be able to customize it. Choose the size guide's measurement system, imperial or metric. Obviously, for me, I always choose metric system. No, is it imperial? Or both, actually. Width, length, okay. I'll choose both. And then product visibility, publish product. This product will be visible in your online store. So I can always choose that, and then it won't be visible to the public. And then now you have to choose the categories. As you can see, it's chosen Bible study, but that's not what we're after. We are after accessories. So remember, all the categories that are available on the website, you can see they're listed here. And so here we want accessories, because I literally added it last minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the words faith, and then I'm going to put spiritual salvation, and then at least that should cover that. And the good thing is, even if you added a category late, you can actually edit the product from your website and actually amend the category over that size. So I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. After clicking on continue, it basically takes me to the next stage, which is the pricing. Now here at the top, it says save push settings for mugs. These settings will be saved and used when you push a product from this category to your store in the future. The size guide, yes. The revenue, 10%. Am I getting estimated revenue? Yeah, that's fine. I'm actually okay. I hardly ever adjust the prices. And the reason why I do that, I try not to adjust the prices, is because I don't like having to remember, or should I say I do struggle to remember, like, okay, what was the price for the other mug? The last thing you want is to have the same type of mug, and so long, and because you've done the design slightly differently, they're of a different price. And it's easy to do that if you constantly change the standard revenue that it's offering you. So for example, it's giving me 10%. If I was to have changed it to maybe, I don't know, I want 20%. And then next time I come, I might forget that I did 10% for the last one, and then I leave it on 10%, which means, but the products will actually have different pricing. And I don't want that. That shows inconsistency for the brand. So I'm going to put the revenue there as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and, oh, excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and submit to store. Once you submit to store, as you can see, pay attention to guard travel mug with handle, generating print files and mockups. So it's currently generating them. And then once it's actually finished generating the mockups, as you can see, they're slowly appearing on the screen. And this is the part, I won't lie, I actually do enjoy, because sometimes, yes, the process of adding the product so that you can be able to publish it, etc., can be tedious, you know, especially when you're trying to get it right. And so now it's done. It says view in WooCommerce. So I can literally click on that and then view in WooCommerce, and here is the product. As you can see, it's literally taking me straight to the store. And because my social media is linked to my website, there's a high chance that it's already published it to social media as well. As you can see, here is the mug. Pay attention to God travel mug with handle. The price is there. Now, if you recall at the very beginning when we were going through using the free version of WordPress, the wordpress.com, and I was talking you through how the problem is because you cannot have WooCommerce, you cannot have Jetpack like that. You have to manually add things like the picture, the price, the heading, you know, and then at the bottom you add Stripe, right, in order to actually be able to process payments using the free version. I said the problem with that is it becomes tedious because let's say, for example, you've got 20, 15 plus whatever products. You don't want to spend a lot of time individually doing all of that, adding the picture, adding the price and everything. Whereas if you use a process like this, which is Printful, you will be actually able to just easily go through the process by clicking, and you get through it a lot quicker. Obviously, I've taken long because I'm giving a tutorial, but if truth be told, when I'm doing it by myself, it doesn't take long, like at all. You know, obviously the downside is if you're using a fulfillment center, you only are entitled to a small percentage, but I feel like it is a great stepping stone in getting your brand out there without you having to have your own warehouse where you're producing stuff. And then once your brand has increased and you are in that place where you're financially able to say, you know what, yeah, I want to manufacture things by myself. Because bear in mind, having to try and manufacture things yourself is not an easy thing and it's not cheap. You know, even people who've got money sometimes choose fulfillment because it's a lot easier. It's cost saving. If you've purchased too much of stock, you don't have to worry about, okay, how are we going to try and repurpose this stock that we've got left? Whereas if you're using a fulfillment center, it's paper order, which means they're the ones who have to worry about the stock, right? All you have to worry about is pushing your product forward. And as well, if your product is doing well and your designs are really good and unique, even if you're using the same product type as other people, you would be in a position where you will be entitled to add a good mock-up to your percentage. And people who value your brand and your designs, they will happily purchase your brand. And so, like I was saying, this is roughly what it was looking to create for you, but in a short few steps, I was able to recreate that without having to fidget with the design element of it. The price is there, £17.50. The SQ code is there. You can see the categories that I've added, the options to share it to social media. It even says thanks for sharing. That's what I put. I said customize. Okay, there's buttons if this is for editing. And then here at the bottom, it's got the option for it's got the description. So if you are visiting the website and you're logged in, you can actually give this a like. There's additional information about it. With this one, honestly, it shouldn't, because it's a mug, additional information normally appears like on clothing items, and then you review. So if people have purchased it and they've reviewed it, they'll be able to see that size chart, where you see the sizes of the actual mug, which will give you an idea before you purchase. So yeah, and that's literally your product. When you hover over it, it literally zooms in. Look at that. I do like the way that looks, actually. It's not bad at all, and then obviously at the bottom is going to have all the related products, right? Related products here, related products. Now, if you remember what I told you about how only check mark the Jetpack option for related products if your theme does not offer related products. Well, my theme for this one has got an option for related products because it displays them in a particular fashion. And then I have the Jetpack option available as well. Hence, it's literally offering the same product twice. And so in order to get rid of that, I'm literally just going to go to Jetpack, and then I'm going to go to settings. Okay. And then I'm going to go to, come on. Yes, continue to Jetpack. And then I'm going to go to discussion. I think it's under discussion. This is where I always try to remember. What is it under? Sharing? No, like button, sharing button, performance, writing. I think maybe writing. I keep guessing and I keep changing it. Widgets, post by mail, make extra widgets available to use your site, including no subscription limited forms, enable widgets. No, that's not it. Write posts or pages. It should be under sharing, yes? Traffic. Yes, traffic. Okay. So you see, show a thumbnail image where available, show related content after post. I'm going to completely close that, and then it's updated it. So when I go back to here and I refresh this page, the other related products should not show up anymore. Okay. Should not show up anymore. Come on. There we go. Okay, and so if you find yourself in a dilemma where you've got double related products showing, it's likely that your theme comes with an option for that anyways. And then all you have to do is just get rid of the previous one and then you're good. Okay, so yeah, so I've kind of showed you how to do that. And so guys, I am going to try and bring this to a close because there is quite a lot that we have to cover. And I'm going to try and basically see if I can be able to obviously take you step by step on more things and more elements of obviously WooCommerce. I'm going to add this back to the stream. So basically we still have to go through. Okay, let me put myself here. No, make that bigger. There we go. Okay, so we still have to go through, we've set up Jetpack, we've set up WooCommerce, we've gone through, and we have now set up the shop. We still have to set up the contact form, and then I'm going to show you how you can be able to edit your shop items. Yeah, I'm going to show you how you'll be able to edit your shop items after you've published them, and if you've made any mistakes, and how to be able to kind of fix that. And then I need to show you how to go about putting your pages together as well as your posts together. So we are going to be going through that tomorrow, pages, posts, products, portfolio as well, and then any additional plugins to just make your site, for lack of a better term, look a little bit more fancy and professional if need be. Okay, so with that said, guys, let me see, I'm going to remove that. Remove from studio. Good, good, good. And so with that said, guys, I'm going to come to a close to this live. Like I said, I'm almost clocking 2 hours, but I don't want to go any further like I did the other day. And so if you, again, are new to my channel, please do not forget to click on that subscribe button. And of course, click on the bell button so that you can receive notifications every time I upload new content. And of course, give this video a thumbs up so that it can help me immensely in the algorithm so that more people can be able to find my video. And of course, for those people who are watching over on Facebook, please do follow the page that you're watching from. Click that like button on the video that you are watching. And of course, please feel free to go ahead and share the video if you find it handy. Leave your comments down below. I really appreciate the feedback. Let me know if there's any particular tutorials that you would like to be able to be shown, that you would like to be walked through. And for those who basically want to keep up to date, like I said, do subscribe and follow. That will help you keep up to date. But if you want to go ahead and actually support my platforms, you can always go ahead and pledge on my Patreon. And this is where you can pledge a monthly pledge and you can cancel anytime, or you can send a donation over to paypal.me/the Ficom group, or go to patreon.com/EPCreativeMedia. Otherwise, for those who basically are looking to start their own website and they don't know which web hosting company, the web hosting company that I recommend is SiteGround. That's the one I use, and I actually have a referral code, a referral code that you can be able to utilize. It's literally going across the stream, but I'm actually going to share it in the link as well. And so if you are looking to create your own website, SiteGround is a really, really good service that you can be able to utilize. I've got a referral code that will give you, if I'm not mistaken, a discount or a free month when you get started. And that's the referral link in the chat that you can go ahead and follow. Otherwise, guys, I really do appreciate all the love and support that you have been given and stopping by from time to time to watch this tutorial. It really helps a great deal, and it actually motivates me to continue doing this because I really do enjoy sharing information that I have learned, because at the end of the day, I lose nothing by sharing what I do know, right? And so otherwise, until next time, everybody, I wish you all the blessings that God has to give. Until next time, you take care and have yourselves a lovely, lovely evening. Goodbye.